Hello everybody, welcome to my new YouTube channel and welcome to something I am calling 3 Perfect Holes with Mashie, where I'm going to go in and look at an individual GSPro course and pick my 3 favorite holes. So I hope you all are doing well. I am Mashie. I am a course designer in GSPro. I've got 30 or 40 courses out there. Some you may have heard of. I also play a lot of golf in real life, and I'm an admitted avid sim golf junkie. So without further ado, welcome. Let's get everything all set up right here. What I want to do is let's look at our first course for today. Is going to be my favorite course of all time, the Sanctuary. Might as well start the first one with my favorite course in all of GSPro, and probably my favorite course in real life. I've been lucky enough to play this course a few times in real life, and it is as amazing in person as it is in playing it in GSPro. Huge elevation changes from tee to green, long course at 7,000 yards. But in the Colorado air here, the balls tend to fly a lot further than they do down at sea level. So it doesn't play quite as long as it looks at the 6,900. So don't fear teeing up from the back. A quick story or small story on this course is the owner of this course, the person who built it, the rumor was denied access to a course that's just down the road from this course, maybe a mile and a half down the road. And then it was a private course that was, he was not, my understanding was not allowed to get in, and was then bought this land about a mile up the road, up the mountain, and was told there's no way to build a golf course up there. It's too steep. There's too much elevation changes. There's no way a golf course could be put in that area. With a lot of work, a lot of tenacity, the Sanctuary was created, and now this course sits above that other course, and it is really an amazing course to play in real life. I will say it is not a public course, and it is not a private resort course. What I mean by that is there's only 3 ways to play this course. The first way is to work for the company that the gentleman who owns this course owns. I think he owns the company. So I think if you work for that company, then you can get a tee time to get on here. The second way is to play in one of the many charity events. They have lots and lots of charity events over the course, I think 30, 40, maybe 50 charity events over the course of the season. So a good way to play is to join one of the charity events and support a charity that's near and dear to your heart. That's how I've been able to play this multiple times with a charity event that I participate in. And the third way is to get married there. If you get married at the Sanctuary, my understanding is that you can get a couple of tee times to go with the wedding package. So anybody looking to get married, go get married at the Sanctuary and you get your tee time. So without further ado, let's take a look at my 3 favorite holes at the Sanctuary. And it's going to start with number 1. Number 1 is one of the most impressive holes out there in person and in GSPro, in my opinion. You have Colorado Rockies out in the background. You've got 83-yard elevation change on an almost 600-yard par 5. It doesn't play nearly that far. Long hitters with that elevation could land the ball 350, 400 with rollout and lead themselves at 190, 180, 170 in. If you look at as we look at this course a little bit, the tee is all the way back. The clubhouse is back here. As I look around, number 10 is right over there. Number 9 is on the back side. If you fly over here, number 9 is right here on the back side. Number 10 is on top of this waterfall right here. So here's the number 10 tee. And so we're going to go back to the number 1 tee and take a look down. So as you look down, there you see the other tees, the blue tees and the forward tees as you go further down here. And the cart path winds around. And as you can see, it is extremely narrow. It's not a long landing area. There is trouble to the right. There's out of bounds where the course boundaries are. There's deep rough to the left if you're off. Now, if you land in the rough and bounce the deep rough, you'll find your ball. But if you do fly it all the way up here, there's no way to find it. It is not set as a hazard in GS Pro. It probably should be, because you probably can't find you. I know you cannot find your ball in there. And as you scroll down, it is possible to fly your ball past this downhill area, land it on this downslope, and roll your ball down to this area, leaving yourself 190, 180, somewhere in. The green is closely guarded by a bunker a little bit short left and a lake right up green side. If you come up short on your iron shot and your second shot in or your third shot in, it will land. And even if it lands on the fringe, it will land and run back into the water. The good news about this hole is it does hit on this backstop. If you do have a backstop here, if you go a little long, it will hit off here and come back down most of the time. And the green does have several flat areas. There's lots of undulation on the green, but the Sunday pin and the Thursday pins, in the Saturday pins, it will roll down to these flat areas right where the hole is. So looking back up the hole, I mean, you came from the clubhouse all the way down this huge thing. It is so much fun, both in GS Pro and in person, to play this. This is my number one favorite hole in the sanctuary. Let's go to my second favorite hole. That would be hole number 13. So 13 is very similar to number one in a few ways. Huge elevation down, not quite as much. It's 48 yards down versus almost 90 yards down, so not quite as much down. And it's a par 4 versus a par 5 on number one. The reason why I love this hole is because there's several different ways you can play this. The first way to play this hole is to take a 200-yard club. I know it says 280 to the pin, but you're going to be 40 yards down or almost. And so you're really, if you take a 200-yard club, you're going to get 240, 250 out of it with rollout. All carry, don't top the ball off the tee. And as you can see, you will bring the ball down to this area here where you'll have an opportunity to land it on the downslope, keep rolling it, and you'll get a 200-yard shot, will carry and roll out to 250 and leave yourself a 120, maybe 130 yard, even a longer 210, 220 yard shot will leave you right here a, 100 yard shot in or so. Really, really tight guarded green with this lake here. So on your approach shot, do not be long. Do not be short. You need to be long. The good news is, again, like number one, there is a bit of a backstop. So if you go long on the backstop here, it will come back down on the green. The problem is in this well here by these trees, if you go long here, you're stuck and you're chipping out on a downhill sloping green towards the water. It is very easy to land it on the green and have it run all the way down into the lake. So you got to be very careful. The other reason why I love this hole is because what a lot of people will do, both in GS Pro and in person, is go at the flag. Because of its 388, but it's downhill almost 50 yards. You can play this 300 in the Colorado air. You really only need to carry it 250. If you carry it 250 with your drive, maybe 260, a good solid drive, even a right to left draw, you can actually land the ball in the rough here, and it will then hit off this rough and either land in this area here, which is safe, the area here, which is safe, or land here and bounce down onto the green. And you are sitting on the green in one on a par 4 from 380 yards. So this is a fun, super fun hole, risk reward hole. If you push it or if you slice your drive on that big tee shot, you will end up in this lake. So risk reward, take your chances. But I have been down here in this well in real life, and I'm about a 250 carry driver, nothing huge. So ton of fun. Really, really fun hole. My second favorite hole behind the number one hole at Sanctuary. My third favorite hole is going to be the next hole. So 13, 14, great par 3, completely guarded green on the front side, all carry. You can't land it short. Waterfalls. And as we fly through, you'll see it's all carry, like I mentioned, and you've got to carry over all of this rock work. It's all native Colorado buff sandstone. Really, really beautiful work that they've done by placing all the stones. I'm guessing it was quarried out of the actual building of the course. The green is massive, massive. You can be over here, and the pin can be on the left side, your ball can be on the right side, and you can leave yourself about a 90-foot putt from edge to edge. And it's really, really narrow where this Sunday pin is located here, which is an actual Sunday pin position. Good news is, like most of the greens at Sanctuary, you have a backstop. So if you go long, it will hit on this rough. A lot of times it will bounce back down. If not, it'll just get caught up right on the edge. You have to be a little careful on your chip shot if you are long. If the pin placement's over here, you got to run out. So if you go a little long on your chip, because it's all sloping towards this direction, it's all sloping off the mountain towards the water, you can run out into the fairway here. If the pin is where it is here and you run long, careful, you will run down into the hazard and leave yourself just a penalty stroke. So again, risk reward. Super fun hole. One of my third favorite holes. It is my third favorite hole at the Sanctuary. So that's what I want to do. Real quick look. Have fun playing all 18. These are my 3 favorite holes at the Sanctuary. Like, subscribe. Tell me what course you want me to look at. I will play it in the simulator in GSPro. There's a good chance I might have played it in real life, and I will go through and pick my 3 favorite holes and post them on the next video. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.